Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ben with Eritabel Gardens. Today is July 28th. Um, I have a nice one for you today. Today, I want to show you how I plant my fig tree in the ground. It is an easy method, easy way, but amazing results. So, let me show you guys how I plant my fig trees in the ground. I just finished digging this hole. This is where I want to plant my Texas blue giant. Um, it has refused to produce fruit in this container. So what I'm going to do is to plant it in the ground and let the roots grow deep, grow long as it wants. So I just finished digging this hole. So I'm going to put, okay, look at that. But this is a level that I want, the level of that sand. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the soil, then I'm going to plant the fig tree with. I'm going to pour some soil down there so that the soil will lift it up to the level of the sand. If possible, a little bit above the level of that sand. So this is the barrier, so that that will guide me to know the level that I want. So I'm going to take the bucket out and I'm going to pour soil in there and then start filling it up. Okay, this is the compost soil that I'm going to pour down first, but I'm going to add some blood meal to the soil so that will help the fig tree to grow quicker. So when the root touches it, it will start to respond to the blood meal, to the compost soil, so to help it to grow faster. Now, it may produce fruit and it may not produce fruit because today is July 28th. We're in the middle of the gardening season already. But I'm preparing it for next year, so it can start growing more roots now. So by next year, spring next year, it will start growing very well, and then I'll be expecting fruit from it. So I'm going to mix this very well, and then you guys will see me pouring it in the hole. Okay, now I've finished mixing it. So I've poured it into the hole. So you can see it has enough soil at the bottom, so when the roots touches the soil, the roots will be able to grow deeper through the soil, and it has blood meal that will help it to grow faster. Okay, and let me put this on seed. Okay, now you can see that the level of this soil is the same with the level of this sand, but I want it a little bit higher, so I'm going to pour the rest of the soil in there. Okay, let me see. All right, you see, that is what I want. I want the level of the fig to be higher than the ground level itself. So with the help of this heap of soil or sand around it, that will help me, that will guide me through to know the height that I want, and this is what I want. So I'm going to mix another soil to pour in there. So I've gotten the level that I want. Now I've removed the fig tree from the container. Now look at it, has some roots already on the ground here. So there are roots all around it. So I'm going to pour more sand around. The soil with the blood meal, I'm going to pour some more around it to somewhere here before I will fill it up with a different type of soil. The next soil I'm going to add to it is the black cow manure compost soil. It has a lot of cow manure in it, so I don't need to add blood meal to this one, but I added blood meal to the one I put at the bottom, so that when the root touches the soil in the bottom, the blood meal will help it. And also this one that is full of cow manure, it will help it. So I'm going to pour this cow manure around there to the level that I want. So let me pour this cow manure compost soil and we'll see. Okay, I've poured the cow manure compost soil to a certain level that I want right now. And then next I'm going to do is to use this landscaping edging around it. I bought it from Home Depot. I bought 3, and I'm going to join it together and put it around the 3 as an edge, and then I'll pour the next round of cow manure compost soil. Okay, so now I've turned the landscape edge into a ring. So this is what you do. Let me see if I can. Okay, so you push the end of one edge into the hole of this end here. You put another one here, and that forms the ring. So now, because this tree is not that big, so this ring can go over. If not, I will have put the ring around it before putting the last end together. But this, I can put it straight in, and then now this will help me. So where is my I can't find my little hand shovel I was using. Okay, let me look for it. Okay, I found it. So this is how you want to do it. Okay, so you hit it into the ground, you see. you hit it so to a certain level that you want. I don't want it to go down too deep, so that when I give it water or soluble fertilizer, it will not just pour out, but this will help it to guard the water and the soluble fertilizer from going out. Okay, so now that I've done that, so this soil, I'm going to push this soil around it to keep it steady and strong. You see, to keep it steady and strong. So can you see how I've raised the level to another level? So this is going to be the new ground level now. You see, and that is it. And that's how I build a edge, a new level of edge around my fig trees. Let me show you this. I did the same thing too. This is the ground level, but this is the new ground level now, and you can see. So I'm doing the same thing here, and then I'm going to pour some water on it to make it hard. You see, so now you see, that is a new ground level for this fig tree. So I'm going to pour some water on it so as to make it strong and hard like the ground. Okay, so now let me fill up the inside with the remaining cow manure compost soil. I've finished filling the hole up with the black cow compost manure. So the next thing, you can see that this is still the level of the fig, of the soil of the fig, but I made sure that this one is higher than the level of the fig tree itself, because when I start watering it, this area will all go down. But this is how I plant my fig tree in the ground. You've seen it today. This is how I plant my fig tree in the ground. Okay, so the next thing is I'm going to water it. Yep. And then also I'm going to water the soil around to make it a little bit hard, so when it rains it will not wash it away. So it's not going to rain tomorrow, so at least that will help it. And that's one advantage of planting your tree in the ground in the evening. You see, it is evening, so all through the evening and the night is going to be cool for the tree. So you don't want to plant it in the afternoon when it's hot, because right now the temperature is up. Today is July 28 or 29. Yeah, July 28. So And this is how I plant my fig tree in the ground. And then in the next few days, I'm going to give it a soluble fertilizer. I will end screen my video on how I fertilize or how I give soluble fertilizer to my fig trees in container, because this is a young plant, so I need to give it fish fertilizer to help it to grow quicker. So we still have a few months to go before the end of the fig season. So hopefully before the end this will grow more, and then next year I will be expecting fruit. That is the same thing I did with my tree. I planted this tree late fall last year. It was a tree in container that was not growing. But look at it now. Let me show you this fig tree I planted late fall last year. I've had this tree in container for 2 years. In spite of all the soluble fertilizer and the slow release fertilizer, it refused to grow. I planted it in fall last year. Look at it. Look at the tree. Look at the growth. And for the first time, it has fruit. It has fruit. It has fruit. Look at how big and tall this tree that I put in the ground late fall. All this growth is started in spring. Look at it. This is my Chester peach fig tree. If you watch my video on a Chester peach fig, you will see that I planted this also in fall or late summer. The tree was very small. The tree was not growing well too. And that's why I decided to plant it in the ground. And look at this growth here. Look at this growth here. The same thing, the same soil combination. Here is my yellow long neck. In fact, if you watch my Chester peach video, you will see this yellow long neck tree in that video too. If you watch it and look at this one, look at the big difference. For the first time, there are fruits. No, I think last year it had one fruit, but this year it has so many fruits. Look at that. Look at fig. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for this fig to ripe. So this is it. This is how I plant my fig trees in the ground. Thank you for watching this video. Please like this video. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, please click on the subscription bell. Click on the subscription button, and then the bell next to the subscription button, click on it and click on all, so that every time I upload new video, you will be notified. Thank you, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye, and have a wonderful evening.